This is going to be how to cook red rice. This is a quick tutorial. This is the bacon in the pan. Sorry. The onions, you use your Uncle Ben rice, your tomato sauce, your tomato paste, cocktail sausage, and your arduous sausage. I'll be back with the process. Once you have combined all of your meat in the pot, you let it saute for a little while, maybe about 5 to 8 minutes. Then you will add your tomato sauce and your tomato paste. Okay, so you will use your tomato paste and put your tomato paste inside of your meat mixture that you have already sauteing for your red rice. I have a cup of water here. We're going to need some water as well. Some people say they don't use water. I use water. Everybody cooks differently. Once you learn your own way, you'll come up with your own way. Well, I definitely use the water. So you'll go ahead and get your tomato paste and break it down within the mixture here. I like to break it down. That's just what I like to do. Then you go ahead and get your tomato sauce. You will pour that inside the mixture as well. Like, holy crap, this is a lot of tomatoes. Then you go ahead and get this all mixed together. Very simple. Now I have the stove on medium. Your temperature will vary from your stove, so have it on medium. So I'm going to take it down some more to 3. I'm going to go ahead and add some water. I'm going to add about a cup of water. I started off with 2 cups. I'm going to add a cup of water. And the reason why I'm adding the cup of water is because I'm making a big pan, and which I already showed you guys I have this rice. So I'm going to use at least about this whole thing. So this is the 2-pound box of Uncle Ben's rice. So just make sure this is all mixed good, and I'll come back with the seasoning that I put in. These are the seasonings that I actually use, that I have in this bowl, that I'm going to put in here. This is how the mixture looks. I have it simmering, and I've actually added about a cup and a quarter. Yep, that's how much water I've added. So this is how much water I have left. So we're going to go ahead and put the seasoning in. That's everything combined together. And we're going to stir it. And I will give you the measurements to the seasonings, which will be located in the recipe. And I do like this to taste the mixture, so I'm going to dip the spoon in here and get some of that sauce off. Because I don't believe it in. People say that you add seasoning once the rice is cooked. I don't like to add seasoning. Okay, so the seasoning is pretty good. Now what you're going to do is get your rice and add your rice in. I don't measure it, so that's the sad part, that I don't. I pour it in and I stir it in. So I pour some in and I stir the rice in the mixture. So I can clearly see, hey, I can use more rice, because you see how easy it is for you to stir. So that's too much of liquid, the tomato based liquid. So you're going to add your, that's how I gauge, which is not a good way to gauge it, but that's how I do it. That's how I was taught. But like I said, we're going to use the entire box. I just like to stir it in piece by piece, so I can kind of see where I'm at as far as everything. And you just dump the rest in there. So I did use the entire box. And this will make a whole lot of red rice. This will make about a half a pan of red rice. So now, when you have this stuff mixed together, what you're going to do, which is good. So I usually do like this. This is great. When you look at it, you shouldn't have a bunch of soppy water. You should have like a mush. And that's what it looks like. It looks like a mush. You shouldn't have that much of the tomato sauce excess, because you're going to have really, what do you call it? This is not a good video, I'm sorry you guys, but you're going to have soggy rice. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. So when you have your consistency like this, this is how I like it. Your rice won't be soggy, be just right. So what I'm going to do is now put the top on and let it cook. And then we're going to transfer it in the pan, or we can finish it on the stove, but when you're really lazy, you don't feel like just constantly stirring the rice and all that stuff, you'll transfer your rice in the pan, put it in the oven. You stir it about every 30 minutes until it's done. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to cook this on the stove because I don't feel like stirring it all day. Not all day, but I don't feel like stirring it that much. So I'm going to let it cook for a little while. Put the top on. And I will come back and let you know how it should look when you're about to put it in the pan. I have the oven on 350 already. So I'll come back with that update